Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new video. Today is the start of my 24-hour readathon with my friend Ashley from Ashley's Little Library. So we actually start pretty soon here. It's 6:44 and we're starting at 7 p.m. my time. And we're starting off with live reading sprints on Ashley's channel. So I want to film this clip and then get set up so that I'm ready to go for that. But I do know what I am going to be starting with for this readathon. So yeah, like I said, we are going from 7 p.m. tonight, Friday night, until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And we're wrapping up with reading sprints on my channel tomorrow night, which I've never hosted reading sprints before. So hopefully it goes okay. Also tomorrow, I have to go pick up my mom from her house and drive her to a chiropractor appointment. She is in a lot of pain right now. She was in the ER today and she is like on some really intense muscle relaxers. And so she can't drive when she's taking those and she needs to get to a chiropractor appointment because she hasn't slept in days. And yeah, so I'm going to have to go pick her up in the morning and drive her to her chiropractor appointment. So I'll be taking you guys along with me for all of that because I plan to do a lot of reading. So the first thing that I plan to pick up and that I'm going to read during the sprints is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I originally had no interest in reading this because it is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. And I'm not like the biggest fan of Romeo and Juliet. I really like the quote that the words "these violent delights" comes from. These violent delights have violent ends and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. Best line, right? But as a whole, the play, couldn't really care less. But I am really excited to pick this one up because I saw Brittany from Brittany the Bibliophile really loved this one, and I feel like we have fairly similar reading taste, especially when it comes to fantasy books. So I'm gonna try this one. I have the audiobook from my library and I have to return it in like 3 days. So I figured this was the perfect time to try to read this book. But this is an over 400 page book, so I'm going for it. I also have on my list here A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the second book in the Curse Breakers series, I think it's called. This is another 400 plus page book. Will I get to this? Who knows? Will I finish this? Probably not. But we like to be ambitious here, so I'm going to put this on the list as well. I really enjoyed the first book, and so I'm in a fantasy reading mood, and so I just want to get to it. And then, of course, I have Giant Days, Volume 9 I'm on. So Giant Days, if you didn't know, is one of my favorite graphic novel series of all time. I just love these characters so much, and I have so much fun reading the volumes. When I did a 24-hour readathon with my friends Jan and Sarah, I read 2 of the Giant Days volumes, and they're just really quick reads. Obviously, it's a graphic novel, so I thought that would be perfect to pick up during this 24-hour readathon at some point. So yes, I am currently making a cup of coffee. I've got the water hopefully starting to boil because I'm tired already. It's not even 7 p.m. I'm going to sleep for this 24-hour readathon. I just can't not sleep. There's no way that I'll be able to make it without sleeping. But I'm going to try to stay up until like midnight tonight. Maybe.
There's some stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, but it's okay. I don't have the
All right, hello. We have just finished up our reading sprints. We were on there for 4 hours. So it's just after 11 p.m. my time. And I have been reading These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I'm around the 200 page mark. So I'm like close to halfway. And it's just okay. Like when Roma and Juliet interact, it's pretty good because they got the whole enemies thing with this like past fling that they had and whatever, but there haven't been really that many interactions between them, which is like what I wanted from this. But mainly it's just about the plot, about this like weird madness, they're calling it, where these people in their city are like ripping out their own throats, like literally clawing at their throats until they die. And they're trying to figure out what's going on with that. And then there's also been these sightings of this monster in the river, in the ocean. And so basically they're starting to try to work together, like these two rival gangs are trying to work together to figure out what's going on because it's affecting both of their people. And yeah, I'm just like finding it very average. Like right now, if I were to rate this, I would say it's about a 3-ish, but I do want to finish it, especially because I have the audiobook, so it makes it like a pretty quick read. But I think I'm going to try to get to page 250 and then I'm gonna go to bed. So I'll check back in once I'm ready to go to bed, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. All right. It's 11:45. I made it to page 250. I'm calling it for the night. I'll check in the morning. It is just after 6 a.m. I am just about ready to go head out to go pick up my mom. I have to stop for gas first, and it's about a 45-minute drive to get there, but it snowed last night, so I'm pretty sure the roads will be cleared by now, but like, I just want to give myself a little extra time, and then I have to take her to her chiropractor appointment. So I'm going to be listening to the audiobook for These Violent Delights while I'm driving. I have about 200 pages left, just a little bit less. So I am going to bring another book. I think I'm going to bring A Heart So Fierce and Broken with, just in case like plans change. I don't know. I feel better if I had an extra book with me. So I'm going to go pack up my stuff and then we're going to head out. All right, I am outside of the chiropractic clinic. I just dropped my mom off, and so I'm going to listen to a little more of the audiobook, and I've got, I think, about an hour left of it, and honestly, I'm so bored. If I didn't want to finish this to say I finished this book for this readathon, I would DNF it because it's really boring. But I've only got an hour left and I've committed to it, so I'm just gonna finish it. But yeah, honestly, it's pretty boring. It's like a 2-star, maybe 3-star, whatever. So I don't want to get myself in a reading slump though, so I don't know what I'll pick up next. I need something really fast paced and something that I'm definitely in the mood for, and I don't know if that's A Heart So Fierce and Broken anymore. Maybe it is, because the first one I feel like I didn't want to stop reading. So I'll start that one, but other than that, I might pick something else up that's like faster paced to keep my attention better. But little Elle, I don't know if you can see her, just chilling in the back seat. Always good girl. So yeah, I'm not sure how long her appointment is supposed to last, but I don't think it'll be an hour, so I don't think I'll be able to finish this like while I'm waiting here. And then obviously I talk to my mom while we're driving together. All right, I just finished reading These Violent Delights, and I didn't like it at all. It was so boring. It was so boring. I should have DNF'd it last night when I was like 200 pages in and still not enjoying it that much. Like, it was not worth it. But whatever, I finished my first book of the 24-hour readathon, and I wish I didn't. Honestly, I can totally feel it putting me into a little bit of a reading slump because I don't really feel like picking anything else up now. So that's annoying. I shouldn't have done that. But I don't know. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. It was way too long, and like, I don't know. It just wasn't good, in my opinion. It just wasn't good. I didn't like it. I originally planned to pick up A Heart So Fierce and Broken next, but I haven't really been seeing great reviews on it. I'm a little nervous. I feel like I'm gonna start it and then want to DNF it. I'll probably still give it a chance, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I have These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan at home, which is intriguing me. So maybe I'll pick that one up next. Or maybe I need to do a reread of a favorite. I don't know, but These Violent Delights was just not it. I definitely won't be reading the second book. No, thank you. But yeah, my mom is still in the chiropractor appointment, so I don't really know how long it's supposed to take, but I'm gonna think about what I want to read next. So, mom's back. We stopped at a Starbucks to get some breakfast, and they gave Ellie a pup cup, so I thought it'd be fun to give her a little pup cup. You want me to hold it?
Is that good, Ellie? That's so yummy.
It's all in her whiskers.
I know.
All right, I actually also decided to try a new drink. There was a little sign, I think I got a clip of it, of like ordering a drink based on your zodiac sign, and the one for Virgos said an iced shaken espresso but with white mocha. So let's try it. That's what I got. That was delicious. I do not feel disappointed by that. So yeah, mom's out of her chiropractor appointment now. She's still like a little sore and stuff, so we're gonna stop and try to get her a new pillow here, so hopefully that might help a little bit. I don't know. And then we'll probably just head home so that she can get some rest, and then I'll go back to my house. So we're gonna eat our food first, and then we'll go get a new pillow. I am back home now, and it is a little bit after 12:30. And I decided to pick up These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan next. I do have the audiobook for this one as well, so I listened to it on my drive home, and I got about 75 pages in, so it's pretty quick to get through. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this one yet. It was described as The Cruel Prince meets A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I was definitely intrigued to pick it up, but I'm not sure if I like the writing style. It's kind of just throwing stuff in your face. It's kind of all over the place, and it does a lot more of telling versus showing, which I'm not a super big fan of. I would prefer to see things play out rather than be told that this is how it is. But I think the story is intriguing enough that I want to like continue it for now. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this one yet, so we'll see. Let's give it a shot. But I am really, really tired now, so I think I'm actually gonna go take a nap. Hopefully not for too long, maybe just like an hour, just to like revitalize myself, because I am not doing super great. It is really hard to keep my eyes open right now. So I'm gonna go take a nap, and then I will continue on reading These Hollow Vows.
Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come on. I've got you.
It is about 3:40. We have 20 minutes until we go live on my channel for reading sprints. I am kind of nervous. It's my first reading sprints that I'm hosting, so I'm a little nervous. But I got quite a ways into These Hollow Vows. I'm on page 225, so I'm about halfway through it now. And I am liking it. It's nothing like fantastic or anything, but it's definitely keeping my interest, definitely more than These Violent Delights, so I'm happy about that. It is feeling very YA though, so, and there's like a little love triangle, which I don't know. And I'm also not like the biggest fan of the writing style in this, but I still am enjoying like the story and stuff, so I'll definitely keep reading. I know that there's a second book to this one that comes out in June or July of this year. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'll pick that one up. I don't know. So I'm going to try to finish this on the sprints and then maybe pick up a Giant Days volume, but this is what I'm going to try to shoot for. I'm going to go get ready for starting the live sprints, and yeah, that's where we're at. All right, we are currently on some sprints right now, and I thought I would film a quick clip. So it is 5:50 here, so we've got just over an hour left of the readathon, and I'm on page 350 of these Hollow Vows, and it is really getting good now. There have been some things happening that I am really enjoying, so I'm gonna finish it. I've got about 100 pages left, so I think I'll be able to finish it before the readathon ends, hopefully. And I don't know that I'll get to my Giant Days volume, but that's okay. I'll probably still read it later tonight. But yeah, I'm really liking this, and I definitely agree with the comparison to The Cruel Prince meets ACOTAR. I think that is a good way to describe this. It's always like kind of frustrating when books like make that comparison and that's what it's pitched as, and then it doesn't really live up to that comparison. That just happened with my book of the month book, A River Enchanted. It said on Goodreads it's House of Earth and Blood meets some other book that I can't remember, and so I went into it with those expectations, and after finishing it I was like, where did they get that comparison from? But with this one, I think that the comparison definitely holds water. So I'm gonna get back to reading and get back to the sprints.
You grew old in suburbia, where pretty demons never show, shifting shapes in millennia.
All right, so we just finished our reading sprints, and I finished these Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan about 10 minutes right before the reading sprints ended. So I had about 10 minutes left of the 24-hour readathon. So I did it with a little bit of room to spare. I really enjoyed this one. I'm really glad that I liked this because after reading House of Sky and Breath, I read 2 books that I just really didn't enjoy. And I thought that maybe I was just like in a reading slump or like a little bit of a book hangover where nothing was going to keep my interest. But after about the halfway point, this really took off and I was really loving it. The beginning was a bit rocky for me. Like I said, the writing at the start was kind of all over the place. I didn't like how the beginning was kind of laid out. I get the purpose of all of it to like lay out the story, but I just think there's a better way for it to be done. And the writing in the beginning felt a little bit like juvenile. It felt very YA. I mean, the book overall felt pretty YA, but yeah, the second half was super enjoyable. I definitely agree with the like pitch of The Cruel Prince meets ACOTAR. I can totally see where like both of those books maybe influenced this one, and I am very eager to get my hands on the sequel because it left off on a bit of a cliffhanger, so I'll definitely be picking up the second book. I'll definitely be picking that one up when it comes out this summer. And then I did not manage to get to a Giant Days volume, but that's fine because I read 2 like full-length novels today. I believe both of them are around like 440 pages. This one is 439, and I think these Hollow Vows is 439. Yes. That's kind of funny. They're both the exact same length. So I read close to 900 pages in this 24-hour readathon, and I'm pretty proud of that. I'm glad that I got to read both of these, and it was super fun to do reading sprints with Ashley. I hope you were able to join. If you weren't, you can always go watch those back because they were really fun. But Ashley has started to do them pretty regularly on her channel, so definitely make sure you hop over to her channel and subscribe. And thank you all so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a dagger emoji. If there's a dagger. If there's not a dagger, then like a sword emoji, because both of these books have like daggers on the cover. So yeah, if there's a dagger, leave the dagger. If there's not, then leave the sword emoji. One of those two. And thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!